silence. We think this is sport. Come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check this
How in the
out.
world,
We think this is sport.
the record with his 12th three-pointer of the game.
Jay-Z in the Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. And he was
so you can see how everybody
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Why is he not better than him?
So everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
all right, man. I'm faced with a hard decision, and I need some help from the squad. The day that every podcaster that podcasts with their friends has come. That day has come, Rad. I guarantee if you were to look back and you would have asked Rory, Ma, Joe, pinpoint that one moment when you was like, hey, that's different than what was before. That day has arrived, and we think it's the sports show. So let me lay the scene out for y'all boys. 4th of July, I'm outside. I'm grilling up. I got my mind right. I had a little session the day before, had a little leftover. So I'm cooked while I'm cooking. Great day. Beautiful day in Michigan. I'm thinking like, let me see what my big cuz doing. He see what my big cousin Millie doing. I hit Mills up. No answer. But no surprise because I look at the time and it's church time. I'm like, all right, Mills is going to hit me back when he get out of church. So I'm outside grilling, Rap. I get a text from Mills. What do you think that text message says?
What's up, Mike?
Happy 4th.
Both of those would have been fine.
Some nice little, affirmation.
I wish it would have been one of those Mills morning messages. It was not. It was, did you call me by accident? And I was like, is that where we at? No, I don't want to hear your side of the story yet. I don't hear your side of the story yet. You can give your side later. I'm getting my testimony. Don't interrupt my testimony.
You got it.
So, because I've done that before, but it's been to like people that I gave my number out like to like the gym.
Yeah.
People like I met one time. Hey man, did you mean to call me? You're like, no, I meant to call my other buddy Mike. Right. But never have I looked at my phone. Even when Preach called me on that Sunday, did I ever think, Preach called me by accident? I'm thinking Preach called me. He calling me. But Rad calling me. That's when you was calling the group message, Rad, I was like, oh shit, what's going on with Rad? Let's make sure Rad is okay. Let me call Rad. Man. But Mills' mind went right to, was this a mistake? I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on to the relationship, the connection.
When I reached back out to you, the conversation started, the FaceTime came and then it dropped. So I thought it was a mistake. It didn't even ring. It was like a 1 second, call and then failed. So I thought it was a mistake. And we had this conversation, so it's kind of shady that you bring it up.
I told you when you picked up, I said, I'm killing you on the pod.
You did.
When you picked up.
Acting different. Like Mills did Joe Button of this podcast with the new glasses, with the mirror. Mills with the mirror glasses.
He got that mirror glasses.
Mills got the mirror glasses.
Once he started wearing mirror glasses, I knew shit was going downhill.
Mills been taking shots though. He been taking shots at you anyway though, Mike.
Yo, I know Tony texted me today. He said, yo, Mills shady. He said Mills was throwing some shots. It's cool, Mills. Mills, what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't have to say anything. I returned the phone call. We had a good conversation, and
we did have a good conversation.
That's good.
And then Mills actually called me back later that day because Mills was finally grilling at 8 p.m. So he called me, let me know he was out there by himself. So I just went even though because he said it did come and go. So I'm like, all right, cool. But when he said, yo, was it an accident? I'm like, damn, bro. I can't just randomly call you. It got to be like, I got to schedule all my time with Millie. Mills, if you that important, let me know. I will schedule every moment.
You actually got real disrespectful. You called me a hoe, but we ain't going to talk.
Hey, man, her whole moves get you called a hoe. But okay, so Mills, besides our phone call, how was your 4th? Oh, let me not be rude. Hello, everybody. This is We Think It's a Sports Show. I am your host, Mike D. and this is a great podcast I do with my bros, my guys. My guy Millie is here. What's going on, Mills? My guy Rad is here. What's going on, Rad?
What up? What up?
And Preach is here. What's going on, Preach?
Hello.
So if you're a first time listener, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Now let Preach on his Keith Sweat bag. I'm gonna let him slide. I'm gonna let him slide. So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk some sports. We're gonna talk some shit. But back to Mills. How was your fourth?
My fourth was cool. Obviously the fourth fell on a Sunday this year. So, you know, I spent half of it at church. And then after church, my wife decided that, you know, she wanted to have a little shindig.
Black church too long, man. Yo, I mean, black church. The fact you just said you spent.
It was out.
Oh, you said you spent half your fourth there, though.
Well, I mean, noon o'clock. I'm saying noon o'clock. Noon is pretty much half the day if you think about it. At noon, so I left church around 12:30. I got there around 10. Though.
Yeah, that math. I don't know what that math.
I mean, you worked overnight and stuff, so maybe for you, yeah, I guess so.
But it was cool though. I left church around 12:30. The wife wanted to have a shindig. We came to the house, we grilled. You know, invited nieces and nephews over. Sister, Rad came through. But I realized that, man, we getting old, man. Like, you know, you used to go to the barbecues and stuff like that. You usually be the ones just chilling, waiting for the food to get done. Or you come after the food ready and you eat, you sit back, you watch TV or whatever, go to sleep and leave. But now, like, I'm on a grill, bro. I was on a grill for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Nobody there to talk to. Everybody running around with a dog, playing football and playing basketball. And I'm just sitting on the grill, hot, sweating, getting smoke in my eyes. Nobody cared about
you had on music,
man. Man, it was music coming from the house, but then when they left, they cut the music off and got ghost.
See, because you're a rookie. That's why you out there grilling like a rookie. I had my music going. I had my mind right. I was outside dancing by myself. I don't know what people come and say hello to me. You got to turn your grilling skills up, Mills. That's all that is. If you're a boring grill master,
my neighbors came to talk to me and stuff. Yeah, okay, I mean, that's why I called you. Like, yo, bro, everybody left me, bro.
I know, right?
Crazy.
All right, I love that. So, Preach, how was your fourth?
It was cool. My family, my brother came in from Atlanta, but we went to Erie. It was my father's birthday the 2nd, so we all went up there, stayed a few days, and I actually came back for church actually, because we had some things we had to do. So I drove back, and then I drove with James actually back to Erie Sunday after church. And so it was cool. Like, we had a good time with the family. Because my niece and my nephew, my brother's kids, I was in Atlanta. You know, we don't see them as often, obviously, but they was there. And my brother's actually going to, I think he's going to Dominica. He's going to the islands with his wife. So the kids is staying back. So, you know.
Okay.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
We're all Uncle Sam.
You put in a Uncle Sam. you put in a couple of hitters while you were in Erie.
Oh, absolutely. I put in a couple of hitters. Hitters didn't hit.
It'd be like that.
You know what? I think I got a hitter tonight for the basketball. I think I got to check. I got a hitter tonight for the basketball. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Baseball is a little rough out there, so be careful in those streets.
And Rad, how's your fourth, my guy?
My fourth was cool. The plan was to do nothing. Honestly,
and protest.
No, my brother had a baby shower reception the day before, whatever that is. So
wait, what?
So, wow. What's the reception for?
He was, unfortunately, he got married during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So he couldn't have a full out reception like he wanted to. He had to.
Yeah, I was in the backyard, right?
He did it out, bought it out, and everything, but they couldn't do it. So he didn't want to do it the way they told him to do it. So he did it in the backyard.
Yeah.
Whatever. So he just, added his baby shower. He having a baby now. Added his baby shower on top of he already had the spot. So they just had a reception too. So it was dope. That happened. So, and that my fiance, she she decorated. She's a party decorator. So that whole day was like for that. So the next day I just didn't want to do anything. I was like, I don't want to do anything at all. But I mean, but Mills and his wife hit us up and we went to show love. You know what I mean? So
that's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, got some food, some hot dogs, some shrimp. and some mac and cheese stuff. It was good food, so it was good. So I did that the last couple hours of the fourth, but the goal was not to do nothing. But I'm happy I went out. It was good though.
That's what's up. I'm glad I enjoyed their fourth.
Yo, I never knew kids cheat so bad in card games, bro. Like, it was crazy. So we were playing Uno with my nephew, bro. The man gave me all red cards. I don't know how I got all red cards. I'll get all red cards. So we reshuffle. We go all over again. He gave everybody 8 cards. Rad had 16 cards somehow. And Rad like, how I got 16 cards, bro? So the reshuffle again, right? We playing half the game. My nephew go to the bathroom. He come back. Rad had like 2 cards left, and my nephew had like 7. Somehow, him and Rad hands got switched, and the man just kept playing. Like, I'm like, yo, where do y'all get these ideas from? Like, it's hilarious, man, how these kids be thinking now.
Well, they listen to the pod and they know how easy of a lick you are.
Right.
So they was like, you might as well go ahead and switch those cards up. Mills ain't gonna know this. Mills can even follow the ball. Balls.
They say the younger kids start lying, the smarter he is, typically. That's
okay.
I mean, it's because they don't see it as lying. They see it as, trying to get what they want, being clever. But, they say the younger that happens, the high Q tend to be, higher.
Oh, I'm going to tell my sister to stop yelling at him then. The genius in the making, man.
Maybe.
Yeah, all right. That boy's crazy. All right, so let's get right into it. Get right to the NBA playoffs because it is now championship time. Game Tuesday, 9:00. Is Giannis playing?
Big game time decision.
Yeah. Game decision. All right. So we're gonna see what's going on with that. So Suns versus Bucks. What do y'all think? And do y'all want to recap the Atlanta game at all?
No, it was
the
trash.
last one.
Atlanta lost. It was trash. Shout out to Trae Young though. Shout out to Trae Young. I was just talking about this earlier today. I honestly think that full strength Milwaukee should beat Phoenix, in my opinion. I'm not sure how Giannis is. If Giannis is not a modicum of, what he could do, like at least 30, 10, maybe 25 and 10, 27, something like that, then I don't know. So all bets are off. But I think that, like, PJ Tucker can really get in Devin Booker. I think that's a really good matchup that we'll see. I think Drew Holiday can, be feisty with Chris Paul. And I just don't think that Mikal Bridges or Jay Crowder can do anything with Giannis and Antetokounmpo. And with the advent of Chris Middleton, I get to a point sometimes in basketball where you have to say, and this is just with all sports, like, if at some point the guy he turns into a good player. Right, and Chris Middleton happens to turn into a good player. Like, he was, for a while, Chris Middleton was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask me how you feel about Chris Middleton, I'm like, he's terrible. He's an awful player, hit and miss, make a shot every now and again. But, like, he's reliable. Like, he may have
that's what makes somebody good, right? Anybody could go out there and get 50 one night, but it's the fact that Kobe could do it. Maybe not 50, but it's the fact that Kobe could do it consistently is what separate him from other players. Once Chris Middleton just start being good, majority of the time, yeah, it makes sense.
Absolutely, and I can actually rely on him.
Yeah,
and I just don't think that Jay Crowder is gonna do anything, right? Like, I just can't see it. And like Chris Paul and Devin Booker, like, I mean, at some point you gotta have one of them on Pat Connaughton or one of them ancillary players, but I don't know, for some reason I just think Milwaukee has a better team. Like, yeah, I mean, unless DeAndre Ayton turns into Shaq, but which is not possible. So,
yeah, I think fully healthy. I think I will lean Milwaukee. But I don't know. I think Chris Paul got the narrative thing going. I think I'm not gonna say a la like a Ray Lewis type feel because I think he got more to go. Ray Lewis was like his last year. But I think it's that type of like where everything was like, yo, the Ravens are winning the Super Bowl. If y'all don't see it, the Ravens are winning the Super Bowl this year. So if everybody else disagreeing this, so I'm thinking all the stuff that happened in the Western Conference Finals, all the injuries, him coming back, him having his greatest games and closeout games this year, like the story narrative for Chris Paul,
3-1.
It's just so much beating the Clippers in the Western Conference Final. You know what I mean? He couldn't even get there with them. He'd meet them in the final. He got to beat the Clippers in LA. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just all this stuff. So Monty Williams story, I mean, Kobe,
him and Chris Paul go back.
Devin Booker supposed to be the protege to Kobe. It's just like a lot of stuff is going in their way as far as momentum and storyline, and like on some not Cinderella story, but like March Madness. This is the one that everybody gonna be pulling for. So I gotta go Phoenix here because it's just narrative. I mean, it seems like the story gonna end with them winning and Chris Paul getting the ring. I don't know.
Before you go, Mills, I like Rat to say something about narrative. With Phoenix, are we considering Boston a super team? I mean, not Boston. Milwaukee, the Bucks, a super team?
No,
not at all. Not even close.
No.
Okay, so either way it go, that means a team in a super. What is the super team era? Because I know we're gonna say every team that ever won super team preach, but when did that start? With Boston?
But we gotta wait. I don't. Boston, are you saying Kevin Garnett?
The Celtics, yeah.
How, but the only.
I know, but I think that's what people deem the era.
No, they don't. Nobody, no.
That's not
the big three.
That's not a fair. But how can we honestly say that when it's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
I know, preach. I know.
And Magic Johnson is better than the Celtics by themselves. Just those two players. We're just that's two top 5 players of all time. And then you add in James Worth. It's what are we talking about? That's not even a real. We gotta stop. But the thing is,
different.
No, that's
just
different. No.
You can finish, but I'll explain to you why.
But Rad, that's just a modern day silly nonsense thing. That's not even a real thing.
No, but the difference is that they all were drafted there, and they became we do. I mean, it's still when you draft James.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar left. He was the first person to leave. He was the first person to leave.
Can I talk? When you draft James Worthy, when you draft James Worthy, he still got to turn into James Worthy. Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce
drafted Paul Pierce.
They were. I'm saying, but they were, and they joined. They were already established MVPs, All Stars, probably gonna go into the Hall of Fame. They already were.
So was Kareem.
But Magic and Worthy had to become.
Okay.
So was it different?
I mean, you say Magic had to become. Magic was Magic, though. He never was not Magic. He was Magic in college. Magic his first year, always Magic.
The super team dynamic is people that's already established, already all-stars, coming together in one big team and going for that's what I took it as a super team. Now, Kareem and them, yes, but they were drafted and became super. It's different.
Kareem was already super, bro. And he did not get drafted.
I don't want to argue the super team. People called, if you want to say it's not Boston and you want to say it's Miami, but the quote unquote super team era when people start moving and shuffling, is either the Boston team or the Miami Heat team. So either 2012, whatever year that was. Yeah. So
it's a response. Either way, LeBron responded to the Boston Big Three. So if you want to give it to them or say LeBron start, either one.
It's not
respond to that, I guess.
So we have another team that's not a super team winning because I'm not calling Toronto a super team.
Nope.
Is there going to some speed going to pick up for the anti super team people that are hey, these super teams not winning all of them. You got Toronto and now you got Phoenix or even Milwaukee.
I still think that's the most effective way to win right now, right? Because I mean, when you put them together, Brooklyn's hurt, yes, but typically they in the finals, get to the finals or win the finals. You know what I mean? So, I think that's the most effective right now. Now, it is nuanced here. A lot of injuries is going on and stuff like that. What LeBron about to do? He might get Dame. So they still gonna do it. You know what I mean? They still gonna move and try to build the team. So I still think that's the most effective way right now. Unfortunately, I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know.
All right, Mel. So what's your take? What you got on this series?
I got Phoenix winning. Pretty much going to say my ride went down, the whole narrative and everything, but. This is Chris Paul's first appearance in the finals. And I'm pretty sure that he's on his way out the league. Probably the next 2 or 3 years if he stayed that long. And it'd be kind of sad to see somebody make it this far and fight as much as he's fought to end up going home with a loss. You know what I'm saying? So I think, the young boys are going to do whatever they can do, to get him that ring. So, and if Giannis don't play, I don't see Brook Lopez give you 35 and 13 every game. You know what I mean? Like that's a big loss. Especially it also will not come back 100%. Some injuries are hard to come back from, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna play a little timid, especially the way that he actually plays as a basketball player. That full go going to the basket. I think that's gonna take away from that, and you might see him taking a lot more jump shots, which will be bad for the team, bad for his game. So I got Phoenix winning in 6.
Hopefully, I don't know, because Milwaukee is interesting because say Giannis is hobbled and he less than himself. That means he lets the focus of the offense and it's more of a flow how they've been playing against Atlanta. More of a low post, Brook Lopez, Portis taking the threes. Now you might less PJ Tucker more. DiVincenzo, not DiVincenzo. Is it DiVincenzo? Or he hurt
out right now? Pat Connaughton.
Pat Connaughton is his name. It's more Pat Connaughton now. They shoot more threes, and Giannis probably closer to the rim. Maybe that's a better offense for them instead of Giannis, revving it up and running towards the rim.
Right,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
He want this ring too, though. So I don't think he's gonna take the back seat for the benefit of the team. I think he's gonna put the team on his back. Risk
He hurt. He might have
risk
to.
shots. Yeah.
I see. So, do y'all think this is a good finals?
No, I'm not excited for it, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm not excited for it though. I think Chris Paul. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Giannis is hurt. Because it's like I don't know.
Your guy.
I don't know, Drew. Yeah, I'm not as excited for it. But we'll see.
Is there finals that you can think of that you were less excited for in the last couple of years? Damn, so it's that low. I
wasn't excited for last year, to be honest with you. I watched it here and there.
True.
I wasn't super excited for it. It wasn't like that thing. You know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't how it was because the whole Warriors LeBron was like epic. You know what I mean? Even the Kawhi, that felt epic. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how. Hopefully, it's some good games and some good quality basketballs.
I think it should be all right though. I think it'll be all right. Only because you don't know the outcome. Most finals you look at, you can say, hey, I know this team gonna watch this team. But this one is really up in the air. You don't know who's gonna win, you don't know who can come on top. And it's any given day.
Yeah, but people don't care about that. People love when the Lakers
they care about the entertainment, and the Lakers, LeBron, Steph, stuff like that. But hey, it's let you know that things ain't always gonna go the way we want them to go. So
I think for basketball fans, this is a pretty good finals. It does have storylines like y'all just mentioned, the whole Chris Paul storyline. That's a huge storyline, and Chris Paul is a megastar. He's not like just some walk in the park. He has probably one of the biggest commercials of all time, State Farm commercial. So many people know him just based off that. And
you think people watch? You think that brings in?
I don't know. I don't know.
Super Chris Paul fans.
I don't know. But I'm just saying he has name recognition and the storyline of him being in the finals. And if he wins, it's going to be a huge story for the world. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's a star across the. Yeah, it is for the world. Because if you just put him on and say Chris Paul won the finals, it's like gonna be a lot of people that say, "Oh my God, Chris Paul, yeah, I know him." But Giannis, just internationally, I think that the game being global, I think internationally that's a huge story. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a huge story internationally, right? Came from nothing from Greece, didn't have anything. I'm not saying I'm just necessarily sold on the finals. This is just oh my God. Of course I wanted Lakers in Brooklyn or maybe something like that. But this is good basketball, right? I want to see Devin Booker play. Let's see if he can play good. Chris Middleton rise to the occasion. Right, you know what I'm saying? These players, it's just interesting to see. And shout out to the kid Noir, however you say his name, from Buffalo. Shout out to him. Yeah, I'm happy that he's there.
Yeah, I think it's always tough when it's not the top 2 or 3 best players in the league. You know what I mean? It's Giannis is up there, but he hurt right now. It's not LeBron. It's not Steph. It's not KD. It's not the people who we think is the best, or you know what I mean? It's nobody arguing that Chris Paul the best or Devin Booker the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's usually a player that's driven a fan. You know what I mean? Now it's if you a Phoenix fan, who was, if you a Milwaukee fan, who was, you know what I mean? So it's that's the tough part. So, but I hope it's good games. I think it'll be good games.
I think one thing how I would break it down is this. This is a good game for just basketball fans sit in the house and watch it, and like it's gonna be good ball, right? You're gonna see Booker do some crazy stuff. Giannis, Chris Paul going to control the game, no turnovers, right? It's gonna be a lot of good basketball shit. Like the Lakers, Brooklyn, that's the game you go out for because the vibe is gonna be crazy. Everybody gonna be going LeBron this, Brooklyn that. This is not something you need to go out for. This is something you could say in the crib and just kick your feet up and even sit down. Sit down, yeah, right. So, all right, so we see. All right, cool. So, anything else on the finals before we move on? I think we said everything. All right, Maria Taylor versus Rachel Nichols. Who want to start with it? Or y'all want me to play the clip first?
Yeah, play the clip.
Hey, let me paint the scene. So, I guess Rachel Nichols, she was recorded, saying some. Oh, what? I preach. I can't do it. It said that I'm not the host.
Oh, that's crazy.
So make me the host, and then I can do it. So pretty much, Rachel Nichols has been sat down off the championship because she said, she was recorded saying some things. And I don't know. Do we know who leaked this?
No.
They said the camera was still on when she went back to her room or something.
Did you do it right?
Okay, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm good. I got it. So
the camera was on. They said it was. I always wanted to know that too. I was like, how did it even?
Yeah, they said the camera was on. She thought it was cut off.
But who still? Somebody still had to.
Somebody put it out.
Shady. That's shady.
But they didn't say
shady. They wanted this story. Like nobody's stupid. Like it's.
But that's somebody that works for her. That works.
Yes, at ESPN. ESPN wanted the story out, bro.
Well, okay. Well, before we get into the theories, let's hear it. So let me know if y'all can hear this. Fair use.
All of that. And figure out how to just my thing is that I wish to hear all the success in the world.
Cat.
If you have football, if you have basketball, if you need to give her more things to do because you're being pressured, you're practicing one-time record anniversary, which by the way, I myself, like, personally, from the female side of it, like,
fair use.
Go for it. Just find it somewhere else. Like, you have to find it for me.
Classic Rachel Nichols, acting like she.
All right. So that was Rachel Nichols talking about Maria Taylor. So does anyone have any more background details on that than what I have?
No. I don't got. I just got. All I heard was that.
Okay.
No.
So basically,
the other. Or are you talking about like Maria wanting more money? That she asking?
Oh no, I didn't hear about that.
No, she in contract negotiations. Her deal is up in July, and they offering her, whatever. She want more money. She thinking she's the the Black Stephen, not Black Stephen. The thing is that she wants Stephen A-esque money. She doing a lot. She feel like she the lead Black female artist. Person on there, and she wants more money for what she's doing. And if she leaves, she okay. I guess that's what it is. But it's the whole she in the contract negotiations right now. That's what's
okay. And what was he taking from Rachel Nichols?
Just like the
sideline reporting.
Yeah, for the finals. It's a coveted position.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess that they wanted her to take it, and pretty much Rachel Nichols said that it was because ESPN wants to become more diverse. No, instead of maybe she being more qualified, or her contract negotiation, the ESPN just trying to do business. It came down to diversity. So what's your thoughts on the situation? Well, y'all speechless?
No, we're not speechless, but it's a couple things going on here. Number one, as far as Maria,
lay it out.
As far as Maria Taylor is concerned, she doesn't deserve Stephen A. Smith money. I don't know why she even would say that. And if I'm ESPN,
I don't know if she said that. I don't know, but that's like she want more than they giving her.
Well, okay.
Negotiations.
I'm not saying that she shouldn't get money, but like I don't watch ESPN enough to know that she's an integral part in ESPN. I don't know. I mean, I may have heard her name twice. I'm not really keen on that. I don't think she gives takes, so I mean, it's quiet. But anyways, as far as the situation is concerned, like for Rachel Nichols, it's just like, what are you really saying, right? Like you're saying something without saying it, but I need you to say it, right? I would like to hear you say it. I would rather her say she's not worthy of the position. Period. You're not better than me. I'm fine with that. That's merit based. That's cool. And she kind of said that without saying it. She's saying that I'm better than her. I don't know why she's getting this position over me. She's only getting it because she's black.
But no, it's not the thing. From what they asked her to step aside and just to let somebody else doing it, and I guess she assumed it was from Maria Taylor. That's from what I got. What I listened to it. Did y'all get that too? That's what they asked. They said like, "Hey, you should step. Hey, what do you think of somebody else doing this? She should do what
Doris does.
Doris Burke does. She should take what Doris does, or I don't know, do interviews. She should do the interviews of the coaches, and somebody else should do the sideline reporting.
That's
what I got. That's what I mean.
And that's a demotion. That's a demotion. So I mean, my only thing is what Rachel Nichols is. If Rachel Nichols think that she's better than whoever they're telling her to be demoted by, she does have a leg to stand on in her mind, whether it's diversity or not. Like that doesn't. I mean, I get it. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be a push for diversity, but there are other ways of doing it. I mean, she feels as though that she better. That's what she's saying. I put the time in. I am better. And that, I mean, it goes to a larger question. I know Woj said even in this, I don't know, it wasn't in the clip that you played, but Woj said it there. He was like, yo, you're not a team player. And that speaks to something else, though, right? Like, if you saying it in that way, then maybe she should give it up, play for the team, whatever. But my question to y'all is, like, what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? What does that look like in 2021 and these companies, right? We do want diversity. Like, that's what we're pushing for, right? But at the same time, just look at it in another sense. It's like, so that person, right, that claims that they put in the time, they did the work, they went to school. I mean, maybe they got it because of a privileged situation. Maybe they didn't. But like, how? Like, what are they to say? Like, are they supposed to shut up and just let it happen? Like, okay, it's diversity. You know, my people, quote unquote, been taken over for however many years, like, or are they like what are they like? What is she supposed to do in that situation? That's my question.
Fight for what you believe in. You just fight for what you believe in. If you feel that you was cheated out of something and you was the one that should have kept the job or whatever, or you was best qualified, you state your reasoning. You fight your fight, and it doesn't matter what other people feel and their opinions doesn't matter, because deep down what really matters, what the whole shebang is. Like, you that person, like, just fight your fight. That's for life in general, though.
I would say that it's countless people that were qualified for jobs. This is black people that qualified for jobs that they should have had.
Oh, Mike,
wow.
Mike Waller. But I mean, I'm gonna say this, right? Because it is a interesting debate here, because from the backlash I've seen, right, saying that she racist or something crazy. But when I listened to it, I was like, I didn't get that from that. I thought it was just somebody. Because it's difficult, right? Because she is a white woman, right? And obviously, people gonna say, being a white woman, being white in this world is this white. You hear because of white privilege,
right?
Part of it somehow, some way, right? But at the same time, she is a woman in a male-dominated field, right? So she understand what it took for her to get where she got to get,
right?
And to give that up, understanding that yes, it could be team player, but it could be the end of something, right? What if Maria killed? What if Maria was really good at what she's doing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then you gotta also believe that Maria will be like, all right, nah, I don't want to do that. You know, that is Rachel's job. You know what I mean? So I don't know, right? So I don't know. I am kind of wary about how it even got recorded, how it even got out, because that's kind of like, it's weird. Like it's a conversation you have it. That's a conversation I think that's
private conversation.
Yeah, that's something you can have those feelings. You know what I mean? That's not she just and privately people talk way worse about people. Honestly, right. What she said was like I'm not going out like that. Like I'm not about to do that. And that's I respect that decision. And I just respect what she said, and I don't feel like it was a slight to Maria any type of way. For me, I just her perspective. That's how I took it.
A couple interviews I was out there was talking about her and the whole situation, and they was talking about how she actually is for diversity and Black people getting jobs and stuff like that, and white people giving away jobs to Black people and stuff like that. But when it comes down to her job, it's a whole different feel. You know what I mean? Like when you put into the game and you the one getting subbed out, like it's a whole different atmosphere. Like
as it should be. I don't.
As it should be. Nobody.
Yeah. When people are saying that, it's just like yes. Survival of the fittest. Like obviously, and that is not to say that she hasn't done certain things for the Black community, right? That's not to say that, but it's just like at the end of the day, like she has a right to feel that way. She feels like they're putting her out. This is her job that she's fought for. I'm not saying that ESPN should not have a diversity push. Of course, I want more Black faces, but at the same time, it's just
not at the expense of me.
Yeah, it's like
that's all right. Like, what can you say? I respect that. Like, what do you say?
And is Maria Taylor better than Rachel Nichols? I can't say that. Like, if it's somebody clear cut better, like let's look at merit. Merit still has to play some role in it. It's just like Stephen A. Smith. If they was denying Stephen A. when they was denying Stephen A. Smith certain opportunities, that's wrong. He's clearly better than everybody. That's what we can't even. That's what we was really fighting for. We can't even get that. Y'all not even like when we are better than everybody. Y'all not even giving us that. Okay, give us that, and then now we can move into let's start hiring Black people. Let's start putting Black people in higher positions. Right? So when you do that, it's a more inclination for them to hire more Black people. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. But in this particular situation, I don't know. Like Rachel Nichols is like, yes, it is somewhat two-faced. I understand when people are saying that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I mean, like I'm better than her. I want my job. Like I don't want to get demoted.
It sucks.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things where yes, that's how it goes. Like that's how it goes. Like I know. Oh, Mike trying to come back in. Let me let him in. Let me let my nigga right. But yeah, it's one of those things where that's how it goes. People want a lot of people, and I think it's good to aim for the moral to be like morally like that throughout and through, even when it comes to you. But realistically, how most people react, when it comes to them, they like, no, I'm not about to. All that privilege stuff is good, but when it comes to mine, I want mine. Right. That's how people go. With all privileges, and we're all walks of life. So I mean, I don't know, man. But she did get set down. For who was it for? Malika Andrews. She's not doing it no more. Malika Andrews did replace her. ESPN made that announcement. So I mean, it's unfortunate for both, but
it is, and it is unfortunate for both, but like it's a life thing, and it's a question that's not going away, right? I think that this question will come up, right? And it's unfortunate that her emotions had to be put in this light, because I don't think it was malicious. Me personally, I don't think it was malicious. I think it's just an existential thing. Like, damn, maybe we are becoming obsolete because of this, right? And I would say this. I don't necessarily feel sad because Black people have been dealing with that for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's just life as we know it. But Mike, do you have anything to say on the Rachel Nichols, Maria Taylor?
I was saying something and
you was?
My set blew out. So pause. Yeah, my wife.
That was crazy.
Yeah. No, my power strip blew.
Get out of here.
Well, it's just flipped the fuse.
Okay.
Probably too much shit on, so and my Wi-Fi went out.
So, that sounds like one of my excuses, but
I know, right? Yeah.
That's a fact.
But I'm back. So I don't really care about Rachel Nichols or Maria Taylor, so we can move on. So let me ask y'all, should they let Kyrie run?
I'm gonna say no. Do I want her to run? Absolutely. Would it be a feel-good, great story? Absolutely. Maybe have they turned a blind eye to certain things? I'm not sure. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. But in this situation, the girl was wrong. Like, I we can debate laws, right? We can debate laws. We can debate weed against alcohol. We can debate the effects of weed on the human body and so many other things. Samir Bagashels, you are a true Olympian, right? It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and we always say on this podcast, to whom much is given, much is required. Like, I'm not sitting here in judgment. I am sitting here in prayer. I want that girl to do amazing. She has a great story, like a lot of other people. Shout out to the Blacklist. My guy Brandon Brown, me and Rad interviewed him. He has an amazing story. Look out for that Friday. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout. But for this particular situation, it's just like at the end of the day, yo, you know you're not supposed to smoke weed. And if you do, don't get caught. Like I don't know what else to say to this girl. Like, you're not supposed to do something. You did it. They caught you. You admitted to doing it. I mean, you have to take the punishment. And I think it's a valuable lesson for every kid out there. Like, doing things that you are not supposed to do, you get punished for. The end. Like, there's I'm just saying, there's no like light at the end of the I mean, there's a light in the tunnel. Maybe you learn from this. But as far as like, there's no like, oh my God, amazing story, they're gonna let her run. No. Bad things, in this case, doing something that you are not supposed to do, you get punished and you live with your punishment. Period.
I'm a lean towards because it was tough, because I do understand the whole discipline, mind over matter type of deal. But I do lean towards, I think that they should let her run, right? Because
why?
Because sometimes rules could be outdated, and unfortunately, yes, she did break it. But then it's like, all right, let's think about it. Now let's talk about the actual rule. And it's like, should this be a thing or should it not be a thing? And I know she just one player. We could have did it for somebody else who tested positive, but she great enough that it takes great players, great people, transcendent talents to make change. Typically, right? So when it happens, when a great player is held back by something that the casual person does, is legal in a lot of places. Now I was like, oh, all right, should we think about this being a rule? Now if it's when it always come to things and somebody always breaking a rule, should we always be looking at it? But yeah, I think it's a good time to reassess rules at all the time. It's just something that somebody made up, people made up. So I think it's a good time to assess it potentially. Now, if it still was like, nah, we still not gonna do it because if whatever they did to see if THC would effects on the body of for Olympians, all that's the research they did. Would it come back to say, yeah, we still want to keep it banned? All right, whatever. But I think it's a good time to reassess it and look at the rule. So that's why I think they should let it run.
I understand what you're saying, and I do think that they should reassess the rule. I'm not denying that. But I do have a question. What, like, if if you train for something all your life, right?
Yeah.
And you get to this point, and are you familiar with the rules, right? Like, would you familiarize yourself with the rules, or what things you can intake and things you can't?
Well, she knew she couldn't smoke.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, she knowingly did something that she knew she wasn't supposed to do. Like that like, that's wrong. Like, I don't like. It's not a like.
Not wrong. It's like, that's not necessarily wrong. The act of doing something that's not necessarily
knowingly
wrong.
Doing something that you're not supposed to do is wrong.
No, it's not. I can be extreme and say, I can be extreme and give you a point where, like,
give me the point.
Like a slave running from slavery. you're not supposed to do. It's against the law.
Yes, but that's still
Harriet
wrong,
Tubman.
nigga. Like that's still the law. That don't
Yeah,
make
but she-
that doesn't. I'm not denying.
But
yes,
it's okay.
The law is wrong, but I don't under like. But Rad, that doesn't. That's not. That's not. Like,
when we look back on it 10 years from now, if they change it now, we say that was stupid. Why would they do that?
okay, we can have all of that, right? That's fine.
So something has to happen for it to change.
Yes,
Sam.
and that did happen. I'm just saying, does that mean that she shouldn't be punished? That's what we're asking.
I didn't say she shouldn't be.
Okay, but that's
should she run? Yeah.
But if she said should she run, that means she shouldn't be punished, though, right?
Yeah,
I mean that's what we're saying. Okay,
much,
so she shouldn't be punished.
It's ways to punish, you know.
Yeah, I think just because, right? Sometimes you do have to look at the rules and say, like, do we really want to punish somebody for this? Right? Just because it's in there, you don't have to do it. It's certain rules. It's certain rules in refereeing that I'm like, yeah, that rule is stupid. I'm not going to do it. Like I don't care. I'm not doing it because it doesn't make anything better. So, and if this is a rule, like Raz said, it's a perfect time to look at it. It's just like when in football when they had the whole pass interference shit. So they're like, what is a perfect time to see Sylvie add review for pass interference, and they said let's add it. They did it. It was a terrible idea. They got rid of it. So yeah, like should they let her run as of now? No, right? She broke the rules, and until they are able to study to see if they want to add it, I think you keep it as is. But should they let her run? I would say yes, because I think the rule is stupid. But I'm also somewhat of a rule breaker sometimes, so that's why I'm saying like, I really don't care what's in the rules. The rules are normally stupid anyways, especially for the Olympics. That's just been in play for a long time. Oh, yeah.
It's not that common that most people are gonna follow every rule put out there.
Everybody,
and I don't think it gives her advantage. It may be some people that think it is an advantage though. So if I'm if I'm a track runner,
it's possible.
Yeah, right. If I'm a track runner, I'm like, no, that gives you an advantage. So I wouldn't want her to run, especially since she's faster than me.
That's my only thing, though. Now let me say this. That's why I don't think she should run, is because unless let me say this. I am fine with showing favoritism, but my only issue is if this girl did win, like if she was an Olympian, meaning like she won a gold medal prior, then I'm fine with letting her run. But she didn't. And I'm just not in the business of giving people, favoritism, and they didn't do anything yet. So that's my only thing with this girl. Like I'm looking at all the other runners, and I'm saying, well, I had to follow the rules, or at least I did it enough to not get caught. And she's getting preferential treatment. She hasn't done anything yet. I'm definitely not cool with that. Like I don't care. I don't give a damn about the feel good story. Because everybody got a feel good story. Trust me.
It's a good teaching moment for the kids, though. Too.
Don't.
A great teaching. Like you really risk it all. I understand you have some stuff going on, but you can potentially risk it all. You probably, it's a possibility that you would never, win at the Olympics because you gotta wait.
She may not never run.
Well,
I mean,
I don't want to.
She does.
Yeah. Well, she gonna run in the relays, right?
Nah, she's not. They didn't pick her.
They're not picking her.
Oh, yeah, picking her? Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, hopefully she'll be back. But I guess there is a more serious conversation here, which I don't want to have it today. But, right, just the way that Black people cope with certain things. And, like, it's just so normalized that for people who don't know the story, from what I heard, is that her mother passed away. And she found out about it through some type of way. So she smoked to deal with that. So it is a conversation there to talk about why did she go right there? Why is that so normalized for us? The first thing we do is go right and smoke.
That's not I will put, I agree, but I don't think that's a Black thing though. That's not like white people smoke weed at an alarming rate. It's a fact. Like a lot of white people smoke weed. So I mean, I don't like, that's why this conversation is not a Black conversation. It's a marijuana conversation. It's a cannabis conversation. It's cannabis versus people who don't want people to smoke weed. It's more probably, I guess you can say generational, because there are a lot of contingency who don't want this girl to smoke weed or want anybody to smoke weed for that matter. I don't think it's a black thing.
I'm not talking about. Well, this her issue is not a black thing. From the standpoint of smoking in the Olympics and all that. It's not a black thing. I'm not talking about that. But and I mean, I can be wrong here, but obviously it's a whole. I don't want to call it a stereotype, but it's a stigma. J. Cole a lot of music be about that. When black people, their traumas, we cope with them through drinking and weed. Now, yes, but white people do smoke.
Yeah, white people drink. White people smoke.
But I don't know. But is it because for coping mechanisms? Yes, there's two different things. Preach.
Yes. There are a lot of poor white people that smoke.
I preach. That's fine. I don't understand what that means. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I definitely think.
I'm not here to litigate whether that statement is true or not.
I mean, it's a fact. It's not, you don't have to litigate it.
But I think that's just it's human nature. Spirits and drugs. What else?
Opioids.
That's self-medicate. Self-medication is it's a big thing. In black community, because it's poor community really. And black people is, in this country is this. It's the poor race. So
no, white people is poor
per capita.
I'm talking about poor white people. That's a fact, bro.
It's not more. I'm talking about. Obviously, it's more white people, Sam. Yes, I'm talking about
poor white
percentage.
People. You said per capita, meaning like we only got, if we're 20% of the population, it is more poor than if the white people are 50% of the population. It is whatever. But I'm just saying, I'm not disagreeing. I do think that it is a coping mechanism. I mean, we are.
It is. Yeah.
Well. It
can be.
It is, and it can be. But
it can be. Say that it can be.
But I don't want to have that conversation. I was just bringing it up. I don't want to go down. I want to know lighthearted pod today.
I think, and I want to say this. I think eating is more of a coping mechanism for black people. That's why you see
it is.
Obesity.
There's a lot of things.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm saying that is a huge prevalent one though. Like
we can go.
Bad.
We can go.
Yeah. Well, blacklist. Well, that's what we're doing on the blacklist, anyways. Right. So, but Mills, to lighten it up a little bit. I'm crying, Mills. Yo, if Sha'Carri grabbed your phone, would you chase her, or you just going back to the crib packing your shit up?
Of course, I'm chasing her.
For how long?
Mills definitely chasing her.
It depends on the neighborhood we run it in.
Now you got 3 seconds
to keep it a buck.
Yeah, you gotta jump. You got to dive.
No, you got 3 seconds.
If it's a straight shot down the street, then probably not. But if it's like in the middle of a street and you get a dead end or some dogs,
still not.
Then it's a ball game because I'm more familiar with the area than she probably is. So I know shortcuts, stuff like that.
Mills, when she got a 30-second head start on you, still need to know the area that well. She got plenty of time.
You got
run to open space. I'm faster than you.
You have 3 seconds realistically to catch her. Like that moment when she grabs it, you have to start running because she don't come fast out the blocks. But once she doesn't. No, it's a fact. She does not come fast out the blocks if you watch her.
Yeah, but she come fast out the box than any of them.
A lot of people don't.
That's not true.
Especially Mills.
That's not true. Mills, can anybody?
Bruce, you right now, and you ain't come off no blocks.
I don't know about that. Can we talk about? We're gonna talk about this, right? Do you want to segue into that or?
Well, yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Oh, okay. Because
you want to segue? We gonna go right to it.
We can segue because I was wondering.
All right, let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. Yeah, a question I put on down the notes. I was like, if the hood had an Olympics, what is one event you would medal in?
Well, it's a fact. I would medal in 100 because I am deemed the fastest person in the city in 2010 in Buffalo, New York. That's a fact. Well, at least on high school sports.
Yeah.
Mills, can you please say that that's true so people will not know I'm lying?
You are one of the top fastest.
No, don't say one. Say that Mills, stop.
Two,
wait a minute. Mills, I won a gold medal. That's a fact. I was first place in all high. That's a fact. Can you at least say that?
I said Buffalo Public Schools.
Okay, nigga. And it was only one other person that was faster than me in Western New York, and that was a dude from Niagara Falls. That's a fact. It's the only person who beat me all year. And had it not been for Sardo, maybe do the triple jump, I'd have been in States right now. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry, everybody.
Right now, 10 years later.
But the fact is, I would 1,000% medal in 100. It's a fact.
But shout out to Cool Runnings, the Raw movie Cool Runnings. Y'all saw it. That was the bobsled team. I always want to do that because it's that movie. So I'll do that. Well, I got mad brothers. I grab one of my brothers to do that. We bobsled.
Now this nigga bobsled. Yo, you feel me?
Philly and Billy bobsled team. We
say
got the
anything.
bobsled team. Hey, that was a raw movie. Shout out to Cool Runnings, bro. Mills, you saw it?
Yo.
Go watch it tonight.
Now Rad is bobsled.
Yeah, he said, yo, Brad and his brother's bobsledding will be the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Shout out to
Noble. Actually, shout out to
Miss Noble. She played the movie every year, man. Shout out to Miss Noble.
She did play the movie.
I'm crying. How about you, Mills? Well, if the hood had an Olympics, what's an event you would medal in?
Please don't say shot.
See, the crazy thing is about when you talking about the Hood Olympics would probably be a lot different than the regular Olympics. So all the events I named would not be in the Hood Olympics.
The 100 won't be. That's
it's two events that I think I would.
You know what?
The 100
it should be pole to pole.
Yeah,
It'd be pole to pole.
what is he talking
Be pole to
about?
pole.
Yeah, come on. Now.
Yeah. It might not be 100, but it'd be pole to pole. Two poles
Whoever
maybe.
passes to that place
It's
right
two
there.
events.
Talking about.
I'll place in two events. The first event would probably be hurdles. Because I was good hopping gates.
Be in the hood. Where were you?
Is it gates? He be good at hopping gates.
Oh my
running from
God.
dogs. You know, when gunshots fired, I'm ghost. I'm good hopping gates.
Yo, yeah.
And then the second event would definitely be shooting dice, man. I'll probably be,
Oh my
medal?
God.
I would medal shooting dice, man.
You a medal and shooting dice.
Prime me.
Prime me.
I mean, I natted 4, 5, 6 trips.
I would definitely medal in shooting
85% of the time. So, those would be the two events that I probably would do, very well placed in the Hood Olympics.
We don't say anything.
Yeah, I am crying. So, Brad, you say your place in the shooting dice Olympics?
For sure. You know that.
So you'll get gold, Mill gets bronze.
Bronze.
Sure. If he, I mean, I'm definitely I might get all the medals. You know what I'm saying? When I'm going,
I'm gonna get all the medals. I get all the medals. I'm crying.
But yeah, I definitely have a little gold medal on that for sure.
Okay, I'm crying. Yeah. For me, I probably get I get bronze and making sure I ain't messing with none of these nothing that's bimbos on here. I would say I was solid out here. I was solid. I said I had a couple I almost slipped on, Brad. I had a couple I would have messed myself up with, but I've been good. I've been under my radar, only picking good ones. Especially once I lost that weight. Once I went from that 270 on the sand to about that 210, lost that 60 pounds, became that high value man. It was over, dog. It was over after that. Stuff went different. I came back from Mills Wedding and Preach was telling the dude, like, nah, man, Mike ain't ready to fit that suit. You gonna have to take it out some. And I came back. He was like, yo, I know he lost that much weight. I was like, damn, Preach, tell him take my jacket out some. I'm crying. I bet.
You thought it was your suit, Sam?
Yeah, he did. He did. I think me, him, and Money had all the same, 42, but mine was 42R. Money was 42L, and Phil was 42S or something.
Oh,
yeah. He was like, nah, Mike ain't fitting that jacket. But look, speaking of weddings, the Keith Sweat Bobby Brown versus, I done got a couple ideas for Rad wedding song in there. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that versus. It was an impromptu versus. It just popped out on a Thursday at Essence Fest. It was Keith Sweat versus Bobby Brown. I think they did more than 20. I'm not sure though. But who was able to watch the verses?
I watched about 10 minutes.
I seen clips, the funny
clips. Rad, how about you?
No, I didn't watch it. Too short notice,
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. I didn't think about it till they texted me. I was it wasn't on my mind.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it like that. I don't know why Essence Keith Sweat, Bobby Brown, you need some time for that. So Mills, 10 minutes. Why?
When I turned on, Keith Sweat was performing. Bobby was sitting down. He looked like he was out of breath. Because he gained a lot of weight, man. He's not the same Bobby as a lot of people is used to seeing.
He been that Bobby for a long time now. This Bobby been the same Bobby for a long time.
On the big screen.
Yep, this Bobby been the same Bobby for a long time now.
Yeah. Bobby was about 285 when I sang.
The song. Keith did a pretty good job performing the song. But the whole thing was like when Bobby went up in song, it's like, yo, at some point, you shouldn't perform live. like
I love telling people still before their songs.
Coordination is bad, and
people start dancing.
You forget the words to your songs. Like he forgot a lot of words of his songs, and at one point it seemed like he knew more Keith Sweat songs than he did of his own. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch it no more. It's just like two old uncles performing at the cookout, you know. And I was like, forget it.
Yeah, what's wrong with the uncles though? Why every time it's two old dudes, we gotta go to the two old uncles at the cookout with Roy Jones and them, Mike Tyson? It was the two uncles. What's wrong with what's wrong with being an uncle?
It's nothing wrong with being an uncle. It's just the product.
And they're always drunk.
The product is subpar. It is. I know it is. Like in this situation, the product is subpar. Now we can appreciate the two uncles. Right, there's an appreciation at the cookout because, yo, we going to get some laughs. It's going to be funny. May get a couple gems here and there and stuff like that. But, like, and even in this battle, it's like the songs are amazing. They're timeless. But it's like, yo, bro, you are, like, long past your prime, long in the tooth, which is fine. It's like, but the thing is, like, Bobby Brown, and no disrespect to Bobby Brown.
On, breaking news, Giannis playing game one.
Shout out to Giannis. I knew everybody knew he was playing.
Decoy.
Bobby Brown did not age gracefully. He's not aging gracefully. Like Bobby Brown looks awful. He is legit.
Y'all thought he was such the entertainer when I first cut it on.
He looked insane, and Keith Sweat just was out there wilding.
Keith looked good. He was just drunk.
He was tipsy, but I mean, it was funny. It was cool, dog. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
All right, I loved it. Me and Angie. Me and Angie, we threw it on the big screen. Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat beat by Brown. He got better music. He had better music. It was like better. It was like
performance wise.
Well, Bobby didn't get into a lot of his new edition bag.
He couldn't.
Okay.
He couldn't. He couldn't play that music.
Why?
Oh, he couldn't play it.
What are you talking about? Why?
He doesn't. It's not his music. You can't play music that's not yours. Just because you own a song, right? You obviously know that you don't own the music.
Well, so you saying like just in verses, he just couldn't play it just because he just don't own the music.
No, you don't own the music. That you have to get permission. They didn't give him permission. First of all, that's a fact. I mean, you know that they don't own it. We seen the.
Yeah, but I mean, so what? I can guess a lot of people in verses didn't own. They own all the music.
But they got clearance from whoever they asked. And then, well, Soulja Boy owns all the music, but I'm just saying that's one person that.
No way, Bow Wow do. There's no way.
No, Bow Wow don't. But I'm sure that maybe
he got permission
from whoever. But also, Bow Wow probably don't own his music, but whoever was managing Bow Wow, JD probably owned Bow Wow music, somebody like that. And they was like, of course you could play it, but like. He does not own any of that new edition stuff. Obviously, we know that from the movies. None of them do. So, I mean, they don't even own their own name. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't own their own name. So, it said quiet. But I mean, it was volatile. Like, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, but I think he played like one or two songs, so I missed the beginning of it. It was a run there when Keith was just going into his bag, and it was getting nasty. But for me, like the vibe I was on, me and Angie was just chilling, and like we were like the lights were off, so Keith was coming with his like romantic bag.
Oh, Mike was and Bobby nasty. Mike got it chill.
And this is when I say with verses, it's all about feelings. It's all about feelings for me. And then Bobby playing his upbeat stuff, dancing. It's like, nah, bro, that's not the vibe. Like, I need you to go quiet storm right now. Right? It's a mood. It's a mood that was being set. Like Keith was on some mood setting, and to me, that's why he won. If I was outside barbecuing, Bobby may have won.
My mom hate Keith Sweat. She always says
what?
Hit him. She like, all he do is beg. Why you talk about? You like to do?
Yo, that's all he do is beg. All he do is beg. He said. He brought that up. He said no. He made begging cool, or he always begged for it. He loved begging for it, something like that.
So I assumed I was gonna win just from catalog, new edition, Bobby was like a bigger star, obviously Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
for sure.
But, you know, shout out to Keith. I'm gonna go watch
No.
it.
Keith Penn nice too though, because he played some songs that you didn't know that he wrote.
Oh, God.
Him and Teddy wrote some songs together. So when he played those out, it was like, oh, and you still got Nobody in the tuck with a couple songs left. Like, so it got ugly there, but I think Bobby caught up towards the end, but I think Keith got him. All right. And then do y'all want to get into the mayoral race? A little bit at all? You got anything to say?
We can let it play out.
Shout out to Byron Brown and
India.
I'm sorry,
India Walton.
India Walton.
She got like a that's kind of the Walton is kind of, you know, that's a, you know, mayor last name. She might fit.
Mayor Walton.
I'm interested. I'll say this. I'm interested to see how it folds out. You know, because you know Buffalo. I think Buffalo going through some type of change either way. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna say, all right, Byron, we gonna let you rock out, or India, hey, some new energy, some new ideas. I don't know. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. You know what part of Buffalo comes out and votes. You know how it goes. You know what I mean? I think whoever wins the election gonna tell you, you know, who really run Buffalo. Honestly,
that we will see. I'm very interested in seeing who wins this election.
It'd be very interesting. I'll tell you that.
All right. We got any shout outs, dedication, RIPs?
RIP. RIP to I think it was with the Columbus Blue Jays goalie.
Yeah.
He actually passed away. 4th
Word?
of July. He was chilling in a jacuzzi or his hot tub, and a firework hit him in the chest, and he died. So,
Word? Oh, shit.
RIP to him. Prayers to his family and everything.
Absolutely. Prayers to conflicting reports. The news said a 2-year-old boy, but I heard the 4-year-old. But prayers, nonetheless, prayers to the boy, a little boy, that got shot here in Buffalo. A tragic thing. The city is kind of like, you know, wrapping our arms around the family. You know, praying for the father and the mother, and just praying that, you know, God's will be done. That's all I gotta say. So praying for comfort for the family. Hopefully everything, you know, works out.
It's insane. They said I think it was like 14 or 15 people got shot this weekend.
Yeah, it was wild in
2 or
the
3
city.
days.
It was definitely
In the
wild.
low? Oh, I ain't never coming back.
It was definitely wild in the city. Yeah, definitely wild in the city.
Yeah,
I'd be careful. How about you, Brad? You got anything?
Nah, man. I'm just another good pod, guys. Looking forward to next week.
So I do want to say rest in peace to Weez. I want to say the prayers around the Barker family and in Buffalo. If you live in Buffalo, been in Buffalo, you know about the Barker family. So OJ, Otis Senior, Drea, everybody keep your head up for sure.
Absolutely.
And then I want to bring up the Miami thing because we didn't talk about that. The condo that collapsed in Miami. A couple weeks ago.
That's wild.
So I didn't see the video, and I kind of want this. I kind of want this to segue or to be a cliffhanger into next week because I want to get some advice for y'all about advice and how to give advice. But so money hit me. I want to say 2 weeks ago, maybe a couple of days before the condo collapsed, and he was like, "Yo, G, did you take the PE test?" So for everybody out there, you know, my guy Money just graduated engineering degree. You know, I've been an engineer for like 7 years. So he was asking me if I took the professional engineer exam, and that's something you take the FE and you take the PE, so you become a professional engineer. Pretty much mean that you can sign off on blueprints. And I told Money, fuck no, I ain't take that shit because it's kind of dope and you can always find a job. The issue is that the responsibility is always on you. So if anything go wrong, you are the one that said this building is okay. And then 2 days later, that building collapsed. And I text Money like, yo, bro, this is what I was just talking about. That whoever the PE was on that, he going to jail. Like people died. So I don't know if that was good advice or not.
I don't know. I mean, from my understanding is they told them that this was not a good building.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe he did do his job, and they just didn't listen to him.
Yeah. But so maybe the blueprints, everything that they built was fine, but after over wear and tear,
if you can go to jail, hell no.
Yeah, collapse.
No, that's not right.
Bridges then collapse, and malls and right because we had to take an integrity class. For engineering to say that we were always the best thing. Cause even with my job, if we build shitty cars, people could die. Like people could be on a highway and the transmissions could just go because I made a bad call.
And you can go to jail for that?
I don't think I can go to jail for that.
Oh, you can.
But
because that means doctors would go to jail then. You know what I mean?
But you don't know. But for when bridges collapse and malls, like the people do go to jail for that. Especially if they find something that was negligence.
Malpractice or something.
To answer your question, I think that you gave a real life perspective, right? You told him the side that you was more comfortable with telling him, and that's all you can do with advice. You don't necessarily want to be a Debbie Downer in those situations all the time, but you do have to be realistic and then let them know, like, I did not do it, and these are the reasons why I did not do it. And I think maybe with the advice, you could probably try to throw in there something positive if it is something positive. But if not,
I say you could always find a job.
Okay, then
they be looking for.
No. I'm saying like if you're saying necessarily don't do it, then why? Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Then what? Like then what am I? Like something like that. But like I mean, you can only give the advice that you can give, right? Like I don't know what else you can't tell people something that you don't do or you didn't do.
Yeah, I think it's up to the person to take your advice and then whatever you give, go look at the opposite. Like I got to know from my man Mike. Let me go find a yes. See why would I do it, and then weigh those options. You know what I mean?
Is he applying in the city? Let me call Money, man. No, it's mad. It's mad.
Call him up.
It's mad city jobs. Like it's mad. And I know. I talked to Money.
A building collapsed here too, didn't it? Downtown. A building collapsed here too downtown. Wasn't nobody in there. Nobody got hurt or anything like that.
I was an insurance play.
Oh, that might have been though.
Shout out to the scammer.
Yeah, my man. Who the truck didn't think that, man. His truck got crushed.
He probably he was like pushing the building. Oh, I get a new truck, bro. He was illegally parked, so I don't know if they was gonna give him no bread. I don't know. Maybe he was him. I don't know what he was.
I'm crying. So, but Preach, I like that you said that. So I want to see if you seen that same tune next week, because I did give some advice the last couple of days. Yeah, I know all of it wasn't great advice, but I'm gonna bring it to the carpet and I'm gonna let y'all judge me next week. Right. But yeah, so that's all we got. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick show. We're gonna go ahead, watch this game. We're gonna see what the Suns do. We're gonna see what Giannis do because he is back, and we'll be back next week to talk about it. Woody-oo.
Remember them regular days when there wasn't no more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling like everyone plotting on me. Gotta pray for my people to block where they stay, and I know they all counting on me. To go, we going straight to the top. You can't never look down on the streets. Remember them regular days when there wasn't no more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling